Welcome back to Grammar Grade 7. This is Unit 12, Lesson 75, and we're staying in our unit on punctuation. Today we meet three small marks that look simple but do three very different jobs: the hyphen, the dash, and parentheses. One glues words together, one marks a sudden break, and one tucks away an aside. By the end of this lesson, you'll know exactly when to reach for each. Let's get started. Before we dig in, here's the big picture. These three marks are easy to mix up, so let's separate their jobs right away. First, the hyphen, a short little mark that glues word parts together. Second, the dash, which is longer and marks a sudden break or interruption in your thought. Third, parentheses, a matched pair that tucks away extra information the reader could skip. Keep this in mind as our compass. The hyphen glues, the dash breaks, and parentheses hide. Let's take them one at a time. Let's start with the hyphen, the shortest of our three marks. A hyphen glues the parts of certain compound words together, joining them into a single idea. Watch this. We invited a well-known author. The two words well and known team up to describe the author, and the little hyphen holds them together as one word. Without that hyphen, the two words would just drift apart. So think of a hyphen as the glue for compound words. Here's a rule that trips people up, so listen closely. Use the hyphen when the compound comes right before the noun, but drop it when the compound comes after. Look at the first line, a well-known author. Those words sit in front of the noun author, so they take a hyphen. Now the second line, the author is well known. Here, the very same words come after the noun, so they need no hyphen at all. Position is everything, so remember, hyphen before the noun, none after. Hyphens do another tidy job. They connect the two parts of a spelled out number, from 21 all the way up to 99. Watch. We write 34 with a hyphen between 30 and 4. The same goes for numbers like 21, 47, and 68. Any two-word number in that range gets a hyphen holding its halves together. But numbers below 21, like 15, are single words and need no hyphen at all. A hyphen has one more classic use. When a word won't fit at the end of a line, you can break it and carry the rest down to the next line, using a hyphen to mark the split. But there's a firm rule here. You may only break a word between its syllables. So a word like wonderful can split as won-der-ful, because that break lands between two syllables. You would never chop it in the middle of a syllable. When in doubt, a dictionary shows you exactly where the syllables divide. Now the dash. A dash is longer than a hyphen, and it does something completely different. It marks a sudden break or interruption in your thought. It can also set off a dramatic aside for extra emphasis. Listen to this. The winner, believe it or not, was me. Those two dashes wrap around a surprising interruption, and they give the whole sentence a jolt of drama. Notice how much longer the dash is than a little hyphen. A dash tells the reader, stop short, then get surprised. Last up, parentheses. Parentheses always come in a pair, and they enclose extra information that isn't really part of the main sentence, an aside your reader could simply skip. Here's an example. The museum, built in 1910, reopened last week. The main sentence is just, the museum reopened last week. The words built in 1910 are a bonus detail tucked inside the parentheses. Lift that whole aside right out, and the sentence still stands perfectly. That's the test for parentheses. If you can remove it and nothing breaks, parentheses fit. Let's pull it all together into a quick check. Ask yourself 3 questions. 1. Are you joining word parts, a compound word, a spelled out number from 21 to 99, or a word broken at the end of a line? That job belongs to the hyphen. 2. Do you want a sudden break or a dramatic interruption right in your sentence? Reach for the dash. 3. Are you tucking in extra information the reader could skip? Those are parentheses. Keep it simple. The hyphen glues, the dash breaks, and parentheses hide. Ready to practice a few together? Time to practice. In this first set, I'll show a sentence with 1 mark missing, and you choose which mark it needs: a hyphen, a dash, or parentheses. Pause the video and think it through before I reveal each answer. My grandmother just turned 83 years old. The word 83 is a spelled out number between 21 and 99, and numbers like that take a hyphen between their 2 parts. So the answer is the hyphen. Our new library, opened in 2020, has a rooftop garden. The phrase "opened in 2020" is quiet, skippable extra information, the kind you could lift right out without hurting the sentence. That soft aside belongs in parentheses. So the answer is parentheses. I opened the box, and there, right on top, sat the missing key. That's a sudden, dramatic break that interrupts the sentence and adds a jolt of surprise. A break like that calls for a dash. So the answer is the dash. In this second set, each sentence already uses one of our 3 marks. Your job is to decide whether it's used correctly. Watch the compound modifier rule closely. Pause and choose before I answer. She is a well-known painter in our town. The words well and known team up to describe painter, and they sit right in front of that noun. A compound modifier before its noun takes a hyphen, so this one is exactly right. So the answer is correct. The author is well known for her mysteries. Careful here. This time, well known comes after the noun author, not before it. When the compound follows the noun, it drops the hyphen. So the hyphen here is incorrect. So the answer is incorrect. We hiked 22 miles. My feet still ache. Last weekend. 2 marks are working here. The number 22 is spelled out between 21 and 99, so it takes a hyphen. And the aside, my feet still ache, is skippable extra information, correctly tucked inside parentheses. Both are right, so the answer is correct. Let's gather up what we learned. A hyphen is glue. It joins compound words like well known, connects spelled out numbers from 21 to 99, and splits a word between syllables at the end of a line. A dash is longer and bolder. It marks a sudden break or a dramatic aside right in the middle of your sentence. And parentheses come in a pair to tuck away extra information your reader could skip entirely. Hyphen glues, dash breaks, parentheses hide. Wonderful work today. I'll see you in the next lesson.